Hi guys, welcome back. All right, Scorpios, let's take a look at the topic of love. Let's see what's going on with them first. King of Wands, the world. We may have a character who is very ready to make some significant changes. This is somebody who knows possibly that Scorpio is ready also. This could be somebody traveling, no matter how far it is, across the globe to get back to Scorpio in the nick of time, no less. This could be somebody that, I'm not saying Scorpio was waiting on them exactly, but sometimes, in the back of our mind, there is this element where it's like, we're not trying to wait on somebody, but somehow we haven't met anybody else. And there's still like our mind goes to that one, and it's like, if they ever got their act together, I, yes, I'd still want to talk to them if they showed back up in my world. And I feel like this is them saying, I got my act together. I know I'm coming in late. I know this is late, but I'm rushing. Literally, I'm racing. This is very like we can see all the motion here. This is somebody who's like, oh my God, I gotta go, I gotta go. They may have to take a flight, and they are more than willing to do this. They are willing, ready, and able. They are on their way. They want so much to be to go there. We got the Eight of Cups sideways. We've got the Seven of Wands. We got the Ace of Cups. There are problems. There are obstacles. They don't even know if Scorpio wants them back. They don't know if it's too late. They don't know if what they've got to offer is going to be enough. They don't know anything. They may have flight problems, snags, and delays. And it's like, it doesn't matter. I still have to follow my heart. And maybe the reason there's going to be some obstacles in this is because they got to, like say, how bad do you want it? Like sometimes the universe says, oh, you know what you want now. Well, let's see. Let's see. If things were a little bit hard, would you still do it? If things were a little bit complicated, would you still go for it? Are you really going to go for this? Four of Swords. I'm just talking about like possibly travel delays. And this is somebody like asleep with their carry-on, waiting, ticket in hand. We can see this could be somebody who needs to take a train ride, but it could be like a long train ride. Maybe they can't take a flight. Maybe their flights aren't, like something gets delayed and they're like, are you kidding me? Delayed by 10 hours? No, I'd rather go hop on a train. I could be there in 10 hours and I can sleep on the train. Now I'm waiting on a train ticket because this is not a sky map. This is an earth map. So I'm thinking that they're at a train station, but I feel like they have to create an alternate path, alternate travel. Page of Swords. And boy, they're going to be in between like cat napping. They're going to be exhausted, by the way, but they're going to keep staring at pictures. I don't know. I feel like they have this sense that, oh my God, if I don't get to Scorpio like right now, or maybe there's a date in mind. Maybe there's something they need to attend. Maybe they need to get to Scorpio before it's too late for a reason. Maybe there's a moment of celebration that they should be at. Maybe there's something. Ace of Cups. They got to be at the doors at the right time before it's too late. I am sorry, but there's actually been a couple songs that have been trying to bust into my head, but I couldn't get the words in fast enough. But I'm just thinking of that Leonard Cohen song. So I knelt there at the Delta, at the Alpha and the Omega. I knelt there like one who believes. And the blessings come from heaven. And for something like a second, I was healed and my heart was at ease. There in that song, he says something about, oh, baby, I've waited so long for your kiss, for something to happen. Oh, something like this. Okay. I don't know. There's something here about like the end of the beginning. It's kind of like my life is going to begin when I'm with my Scorpio now. And this also, the World card is about an end and a new beginning. So something has obviously run through a cycle in their life, and now they're trying to make it back in time to start this new cycle. But there's like a date in mind. Maybe Scorpio's about to travel or leave. Maybe that's it. It could be that, everybody is on. All right. Hey, hi, Scorpios. I know that started to buffer. Things have been better in the connection land lately, but all of a sudden we just hit a buffer moment. So sorry about that weird little glitch you guys just experienced. But we have like everybody's on these different cycles in life, right? And as Scorpio might be wrapping up a cycle of their own, they might literally be at the point of saying, I'm actually kind of really getting over any even potential of me being with this person. I'm about to like close down, turn off all the lights in my heart, so to speak. With that Queen of Swords, they're so close to Scorpio saying, "Oh, I wouldn't think about that person anymore," and they know this. They know that they're so close to the end of the possibilities. They don't know it might already be too late. The Ace of Pentacles sideways. They're petrified. But I feel like Scorpio and this person are in that same moment of time where it's like, it is now or it is never. This is also going to be the end of their opportunities in this lifetime. Maybe they'll have to wait till next lifetime to get together with Scorpio or to find their opportunity to be with Scorpio. I don't see it happening in this lifetime unless it happens now. Two of Pentacles, it's definitely like I need to cross that bridge. They have to get into Scorpio's life before like the bridge goes up. Somebody could live in a place where they have a bridge that goes up. Maybe that's part of the timing. It's like if I could miss the bridge crossing. But I think, again, that's more of like a metaphor. There is something about the cosmic energy in this. Messenger of Coins. They should have already probably taken action a long time ago, but they're finally on their way. Again, not knowing if it's too late. Well, for whatever reasons, whatever things delayed them in the past, the delays are gone, but now they've got to do double time to get to Scorpio's door. What's the message here for Scorpio? Nine of Pentacles. Scorpio does have a sense that they're not going to be single much longer. We got the ancestor, the bird that's sitting right there talking to Scorpio loud and clear. Scorpio might be like listening intently and saying, okay, ancestor, I know you're conveying something to me. Oh, is it time that I go ahead and I no longer like wait for them or hurt over them? You mean I'm about to look at the flowers drifting away. If there had been sorrow on that Five of Cups card, Scorpio is pretty much done with that. I feel like every day Scorpio's heart has been getting lighter. Every day, everything has been getting better. And the ancestors are saying the reason some of this sting is fading is because Scorpio, your life is about to change. We have Judgment. We have Knight of Swords. Again, we are talking about the Judgment is making the judgment call. And yes, it can be about reconciliation, but something is coming in fast. Now, we know on one hand that it's them, but I'm going to say it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius is on their way in to Scorpio's life as well. Not only is the King of Wands on their way, but so too is a new person. And I almost feel like that's maybe what the impetus is. They're like, oh my God, I need to get to Scorpio before Scorpio meets this other person. There's some kind of subconscious awareness that if they don't get to Scorpio before this new person does, Scorpio is going to be lost to them. So I don't know, are they going to make it? Because they've got delays. They're going to have to really fight for this. And I feel like they're sweating bullets. Wow, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Honestly, this makes me think that they do not arrive in time. It makes me think that in this lifetime, Scorpio will have just gone out with somebody new. I mean, literally, it could be 24 hours before this person tries contacting or arriving. Emperor and Knight of Wands. And I think that when Scorpio meets this new person, it's like earth shaking, earthquaking. God, there are so many songs that want to keep busting into my head and then they don't fully. I think it's only the component of the song by Patti Smith out of the song called Kimberly. And the planets hit, and the sky split, bowls of jade dropped, and existence stopped. I feel like it's momentous. Meeting this new person who's a straight up emperor, I think Scorpio is going to be incredibly passionately attracted to the new person that is entering into their life. And I kind of think that as soon as Scorpio sets her eyes on this person, that's it. I don't think Scorpio is going to care about that person from their past anymore. In this storyline, I do not think the person from the past gets back in time. I feel like, at least for the remaining component of this lifetime, I feel like Scorpio ends up head over heels in love with somebody who wants to cherish Scorpio and give Scorpio the world. An emperor, I mean, this new person coming in could literally be, they could be flying in, they could be coming to town, they could be somebody who is unexpected for Scorpio to even meet, they could be a new person who moves into a big grand house, you know, just down the street from Scorpio, or they could be a business owner or a boss or somebody that they just suddenly emerge in Scorpio's world. And it's like, this person, this is a love at first sight. Wow, I did not see that coming. This is like, here, this is not a story about the ex. It started out that way. It's about the story of an ex who procrastinated too long. And it's about this very, very near miss. They're not going to make it in time. Not in this story. Is there any way that they could still make it in time? King of Swords. You know what I kind of think this looks like? You notice how all of this wandered too much? I almost think that the truth of it is they know that they could have made it in time, but they wasted time. Even here, they never got around to putting the final star on the garment. This is somebody who like wasn't ready for a relationship, a really serious one. They weren't ready for marriage. They weren't ready for this. We weren't ready for that. And then they kind of stalled out and they wasted time, and then they'd be a little bit mature, but then they'd stall back out. They just messed around with their own like energy. And now they're a King of Swords. But you know, I think this is a blessing. I think that maybe in truth, I mean, I really like this for Scorpio. Scorpio meeting somebody new who is nuts about them. Scorpio meeting an emperor that they are so passionate about. I think Scorpio, once they leap into this frying pan with this emperor, there's no going back. But we literally see Scorpio, who once upon a time, I think Scorpio thought that this person from their past, that King of Wands, was the hottest, sexiest thing they'd ever seen. But it's only because they hadn't met an emperor. This emperor is going to be like the most, like perfect. It's like everything Scorpio could have dreamed of in this emperor. I kind of think this is who Scorpio was meant to be with. It could even be that that person from their past is a false Two of Cups. You know, we did have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Maybe that's a real reason this isn't working out after all. But it does look like whomever it is that Scorpio still holds kind of in their heart and has always still thought, you know, if they ever got stuff straightened out, I could definitely see being with them. But the timing is running out because that emperor is coming in. And as much as this ex is trying to race back in, they will not make it. They miss their flight. They miss it. And it allows Scorpio instead to go out with somebody else by literally possibly just a day. Once they meet the emperor, that's all she wrote. Scorpio's ending up with the emperor. But I kind of think, that they made their decision to grow up too late. And I think that's why the universe is like, no, too late. Scorpio has somebody else. Scorpio could have had a happily ever after with that person if they had matured in time, but they weren't ready to mature until now. And maybe losing Scorpio in that last second where they still thought they could, you know, wait, no, I'm grown up. I know what I want now. Maybe losing Scorpio in that last second is the lesson that they needed to have. So we're just going to say it's gone as it needed to. But tough message for them perhaps, but it looks so happy for Scorpio that I can't help but really like this story still. Guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.